Our next presentation will be the Press Award at the end of a year which has seen all too familiar tumultuous times in the print industry. My partner Richard used to work for The Independent. Remember The Independent? A lot of people used to work for The Independent. Now it's moved solely online, so this award is very personal. We've seen the launch and closure of New Day and The Guardian cutting 20% of staff, as well as The Telegraph recently, huge cuts, particularly in foreign coverage. So our support of the extraordinary work done by the print media is more important than ever. And across the developing world, the importance of newspapers is greater than ever. Last year's One World Media Special Award winner was a new local newspaper enterprise in Egypt, Weled El Balad, which had a huge uptake and had gone on to win a number of international awards. Let's listen to a clip from each of the articles.
Midnight Marauders, Aman Sethi for Foreign Policy magazine.
The economics of the illegal water business are straightforward. Tanker bosses buy water from the men who steal it. The tanker owners then sell the water directly to the locals at an elevated price. Sangwan, whose tankers have a combined capacity of about 8,400 gallons, will earn around $90 to empty a full load. He has mandated that the minimum order allowed is 1,050 gallons, the capacity of all his smaller tractor-drawn tankers. Many of his clients are too poor to shell out so much money in one go, so they sometimes pool funds and divide the purchased water among themselves. Call it a water mafia, call it a business, he says. I call it a lifeline.
Syria's truth smugglers, Julian Borgia for The Guardian.
As investigators, Adel and his team perform what has to be one of the world's most dangerous jobs, repeatedly diving into the murderous chaos of Syria to follow a paper trail of war crimes. While attempting to smuggle a batch of documents across the northern Syria border, one of Adel's colleagues was ambushed and killed. Another was shot 4 times when his car came under fire. The risks keep getting steeper. 3 days after Adel left Raqqa in January last year with his load of incriminating documents, ISIS swept into town and began executing commanders and fighters. He retreated and spent the next month looking for ways to sneak his stash of documents through ISIS checkpoints. He split the load into smaller consignments so they could not be destroyed or captured all at once. All of them got through.
The Road to Germany, $2,400, Alia Malik for Foreign Policy magazine.
The Muhareb pushed the raft into the sea, pointing it towards the twinkling lights of Kos, some 15 miles away. If the refugees lost sight of the town, he said, they should use the GPS on their smartphones. With his hand on the motor's tiller, Muhanid guided the raft as it rocked and swayed on the waves for 2 hours. The passengers held fast to the hope that they would make it to Kos, that they wouldn't become more bodies drowned in the waters that divide the world's east from its west. Even if they crested Greek shores, however, their journey into Europe, toward the safety and dignity for which they yearned, would barely have begun. They had yet to face the question, what is the cost of life in exile?
To present the award, please welcome former Guardian editor Peter Preston.
Thank you very much. 3 very quick things. One is to say that this is the first time I've been to these awards, and I'm struck, as we all are, by the emotion and passion and point of them. I really think they are remarkable. Second, I write a lot about print, and I write a lot in print. And I believe in print. I don't believe in print exclusively. I believe that print is just part of the mix. But by golly, it is a great part of the mix, and we need to treasure it while it's here. And the third thing I want to say is, just for once, in a world of watching television and endless programmes which tell me I'm going to be £4,000 poorer if I live to be 212, or that people from coming across the seas from the Mediterranean, or people I know in Albania or in Turkey, ordinary, good, fighting journalists, are somehow threats to our existence. we are all one world. We're one world in humanity. And I think that becomes absolutely clear as you watch what we're talking about and seeing tonight. Now, I'm not much good on stairs, but I am good at opening envelopes. Oh, golly, this is going to look like a fix, but it's not. The winner is Syria's Truth Smugglers.